Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with Monie.
Hey cousins, welcome back to the crib. Audio Monie here. Please do me a favor and smash that like button on your way in. And if you are here for the very first time, consider hitting the subscribe button to become a part of the family. Over here, we get into the mess, the music, entertainment, and the meaning behind it all. And today we're diving into a story that's been floating around hip-hop media, the claim that Kendrick Lamar stole his sound from Drakeo the Ruler. Now, this allegation started around the time GNX came out, but it kind of died down because nobody really took the narrative seriously. And now it's returned after an interview with Drakeo's father, who recently appeared on No Jumper with Adam 22. And out of respect, let's start here. Drakeo was a hugely talented LA rapper, a unique voice in West Coast rap who tragically lost his life in 2021. His murder remains unsolved and his killer or killers still walk free. If there's something worth amplifying about Drakeo's legacy right now, it's that reality. Justice has not been served for his death, and that should be the focus before we even get into music debates. Now, let's keep it real. No Jumper and Adam 22 have a history of pushing narratives against Kendrick Lamar. This is the same platform that has gone out of its way to uplift Drake during his feud with Kendrick and constantly shade Kendrick any chance they get. So when Adam invites Drakeo's father on and suddenly we hear this claim again that Kendrick's GNX sounds like a lost Drakeo song, you've got to look at the context. It's less about protecting Drakeo's legacy and more about pushing a headline and getting clicks. Because No Jumper thrives off stirring controversy, especially when it comes to Kendrick Lamar. Now, Drakeo's father said that when he heard Kendrick's GNX, specifically some of the flows, he thought he was listening to his son. He also mentioned karma and the importance of giving credit to the roots of a movement. On the surface, that sounds reasonable because hip-hop is built on lineage and influence. But the problem is, Drakeo did not invent the rhyme patterns, the flow, or the syncopation that Kendrick used on GNX. What Kendrick did on that album was not an imitation of Drakeo. It was homage to the West Coast, the artists that came before and the artists that are going to come after Drakeo. At its heart, GNX can be seen as a personal love letter to the West Coast. The album isn't just music, it's a cultural document. Across its 12 tracks, Kendrick weaves together the voices of different sections of LA, pulling in different sounds and artists with different ethnicities because the West Coast is a tapestry and not a single thread. From whacked out murals to the GNX title track, all the way back to Squabble Up, you hear the fingerprints of an entire region. The Squabble Up video itself is a direct ode to West Coast culture, with Kendrick spotlighting important figures in Spanish music woven into the production, or the features from Mexican artists. Kendrick makes sure the Latino roots of the city are honored alongside Black artistry. That's not stealing, that's preserving. Kendrick is showing his dedication to keeping West Coast culture alive and passing it on. Now, it is true, Drakeo was part of that environment, no doubt. His influence on LA rap is undeniable, but to claim that Kendrick's entire approach on GNX was lifted from him is comical. It's also unfair and it's inaccurate. Kendrick has always rapped with layered flows, complex syncopation, and rhythm shifting cadences. That's been true since Section 80. One of the most prominent things about Kendrick Lamar since the start of his career was the fact that he could manipulate his voice and use various flows, cadences, and tones. You either loved it or you hated it, but he used his voice as an instrument. So when you step back and look at the bigger picture, GNX doesn't read like a ripoff. It reads like a curated collection, a museum of the West Coast in album form. And what gets lost here is perspective. Instead of focusing on unproven claims about sound theft, why aren't we talking about 1, Drakeo's unsolved murder? His family deserves answers. 2, the importance of GNX as a cultural project. It isn't just an album, It's a preservation of legacy, a love letter to the region that raised Kendrick. And 3, the broader lineage of West Coast rap. From Snoop to E40, from Ice Cube to Nipsey Hussle, from the Bay to Compton. These are the shoulders that Kendrick is standing on, not just one artist. No Jumper's narrative ignores all of this context because it's easier to say Kendrick stole a flow than it is to have a serious conversation about justice, culture, or hip-hop history. So let's call this what it is: a platform with a known bias using a grieving father to push a narrative that doesn't hold up under scrutiny. Drakeo deserves better than that. Kendrick deserves fairer coverage than that. And as fans, we deserve conversations that focus on the truth, not manufactured beef. Kendrick's GNX isn't about copying. It's about honoring West Coast culture, preserving its legacy, and making sure its roots are never forgotten. So cousins, let me know your thoughts on today's topic. How are we feeling? Before heading out, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and check the description for the link to my Discord. And if you would like to donate and support the channel directly, a link to my Cash App is also available. Again, thank you for watching this video all the way through. Y'all be safe, and I'll catch y'all in my next one. Later.
Hey cousin, who you chilling with?
I'm chilling with Monie.